as a family, we got to talk about Oscar De La Hoya. Just, was it yesterday, y'all? I think it was yesterday, or at least that's when I saw it. Oscar De La Hoya tweeted on his Twitter account, and he added Ryan Garcia in this message. I'm going to read it out loud, but it's on your screen. You can read along with me, but it's a shame. And we're going to deal with it right now as a boxing family on this podcast. I would love to get your feedback in the chat. And if you're watching the replay of this live, I would love to get your feedback in the comment section below because we're going to air fry on this evening. I'm going to read it out loud. You all can follow along if you can read it. But if you can and you're occupied, but you can listen, I'll read it so you can hear it. Oscar De La Hoya says these words about Ryan Garcia. WTF. We all know what the acronym WTF means, at least here in America. WTF at Ryan Garcia. It's been almost 2 months and you are still crying about the post presser? The blame for your loss is on you and your advisor, quote unquote advisor, Lupe. He is the only one who pushed you to accept that insane rehydration clause, and that is the reason you lost. Man up, own that. Wow. What some very strong words from Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, let's break this down in pieces and unpack this, shall we? Oscar De La Hoya is talking about the post presser, but he used the word crying, and that's one of the main issues I have with this tweet. You're still crying about the post presser. So let's talk about this in the chat. What happened at the post presser that made De La Hoya say to Ryan Garcia in this tweet, you're crying? What happened? Does anybody recall what happened at the post presser? You know what a post presser is, right? Of course, the word post means after. You already know what a presser is, or a form of a press conference. So we know what happened after the fight between Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, right? Oscar De La Hoya, thank you, Mr. Pragmatic, he did not show up. Salute to you, the League of Legacies. I see you in the chat. Always a pleasure. I am also glad that you finally had some time to catch us live. Thank you so much for your viewership. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins. I don't even recall seeing Eric Gomez there, but they said he was. So I'm not even going to include him in this. But at least Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins, the two guys who were promoting this fight between Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis by representing Ryan Garcia, by basically saying all the stuff that they said at the press conference before the fight, hyping up everything, discrediting Leonard Ellerbe and PBC, throwing shots at Al Heyman in private interviews, and all kind of stuff they was doing. And even his trainer, or former trainer that is, Joe Goosen, who I actually have a great deal of respect for, he wasn't there either. None of those three guys supported Ryan Garcia and even attended the post-fight press conference. I don't even know what B-Hop's excuse was, but I did a video on this channel, and I'm probably going to put the link in the description when I edit this live so that you all can go back if you missed it. It's actually the top viewed piece of content on my channel, where I actually talked about the disrespect and unprofessionalism of Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya leaving their top prospect, their top fighter under the banner of Golden Boy Promotions at a post-fight press conference after he lost in his first loss of his whole career. And Joe Goosen, the former trainer, he didn't show up either. The excuse that Oscar De La Hoya made was that he received, no, let me get his words right here. He said his security detail, the executive security members, personal executive detail security, allegedly received some intel that he was receiving death threats behind his back. So they had to hurry up and rush him out of the building. They had to hurry up and rush De La Hoya out of the arena. And I don't know what Bernard Hopkins' excuse was. All he said was, we sent Eric Gomez there to support him because Eric Gomez is still the president of Golden Boy. But like I said in that video that I produced, Eric Gomez didn't say not one word in the press conference before the fight, but y'all want him to sit there and try to comfort Ryan Garcia in the biggest fight of his career, where he lost the first fight of his career, and y'all two former professional boxers, y'all two former professional champions, y'all two current International Boxing Hall of Fame members did not come and support Ryan Garcia. So he had the nerve, De La Hoya that is, to be insensitive by using the word crying. Sounds very unapologetic, condescending, and even unremorseful for not attending by using the words crying about the post-presser. The blame for your loss is on you and your advisor, Lupe. The last time I checked, Golden Boy Promotions is a company that Oscar De La Hoya started. So why would you blame or shift the blame on Ryan Garcia's fighter when the fighter, Ryan Garcia, is signed to your promotional company? Not only that, the advisor didn't get in the ring and throw any punches. So how can you blame the advisor for Ryan Garcia losing? In fact, you blame Ryan Garcia for the loss, Mr. De La Hoya. The blame for your loss is on you. What? But this is the reason that De La Hoya gave. He, talking about Lupe, his advisor, he is the only one who pushed you to accept that insane rehydration clause. Stop right there. I have a question for Mr. De La Hoya. If Mr. Advisor Lupe is the only one who pushed Ryan Garcia to accept that insane rehydration clause, then my question to you as the promoter, how did you let that slide? Because even if the advisor advised the fighter, you should take the fight, the fighter can't sign a contract with the advisor for a promotional fight, for an event. No, he already has a deal locked in with the advisor. So that means that Ryan Garcia signed legal documentation under a contractual obligation and agreement that he has with Golden Boy Promotion, or the fight would have never happened. So not only did De La Hoya try to back out and not hold himself accountable or his company accountable for the agreement of the rehydration clause, Bernard Hopkins is on record contradicting that by saying Ryan Garcia dared to be great. Y'all heard that interview with Bernard? Ryan Garcia gave in to many concessions because he dared to be great. But here, Oscar De La Hoya is contradicting that by saying you lost, Ryan Garcia. It was your advisor who's the one who pushed to accept that insane rehydration clause. So I'll tell you what, Mr. De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Golden Boy Promotions, I tell you what, Give every dime that the promotion made in profit, not what you spent, what you made in profit. Go on ahead and donate that money to the fighter who lost, who took the punishment in the ring, who dedicated his life for a whole training camp to fight in the biggest fight of his career. And on top of that, he lost to a good fighter. There's no shame in losing to a good fighter. There's no shame in losing to a former world champion. There's no shame in losing to a fighter who has over 26 professional fights with 23 or 24 of those fights ending in knockout. There's nothing wrong about losing to good fighters. Where they do that at De La Hoya? You took a body shot, De La Hoya. How you going to sit up there and criticize Ryan Garcia for losing by body shot when you took a body shot? Remember that, De La Hoya? When you took that body shot by Bernard Hopkins? And I know so many people that thought that that body shot wasn't even ripped, but I ain't even going to go there. That body shot was, I ain't even going to go there. That the fight seemed like it was ripped, I ain't even going to go there. That the body shot didn't even look like it hurt, but I ain't even going to go there. I'm just saying. Oh, I apologize. 29 wins with 27 knockouts. Sorry about that, Saint. But I'm talking about before he fought Garcia is what I'm saying. Basically my point is De La Hoya got quote unquote knocked out by a body shot. So why is he criticizing Ryan Garcia or blaming him for losing because he got caught with a body shot? And if you feel that way, that you didn't want to accept the insane rehydration clause, why you let your fighter that you representing in your promotion banner sign a contract then? And that is the reason you lost. That's what De La Hoya said. So if that is the reason why he lost, and you felt that way, De La Hoya, why didn't you provide the man any comfort? If that is the reason why he lost, because he accepted an insane rehydration clause, that should be even more of a reason for you and Bernard Hopkins to be there to support that guy at the post presser. No excuse. But you want to go publicly on your platform? I don't know how many followers he got. Probably in the millions, De La Hoya that is. You went on your social media platform as an unprofessional boxing promoter, and this is what you say to the fighter who just made you and your company rich? Because let's be real here, ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roller Tape Film crew. Who else does Golden Boy Promotions have on their stable or under their banner that can generate more money than Ryan Garcia? Somebody in the chat, tell me. Somebody in the replay of this live on the comment section, tell me. Who else can generate the amount of money that they made with Ryan Garcia in his last fight with them that they promote over there at Golden Boy? Who else? No one. None. No one. He just made y'all a millionaire again. Hard work, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears. Win, lose, or draw. Ryan Garcia, according to Bernard Hopkins, Ryan Garcia did what? He did something that was unreasonable. He gave into many concessions. This is Bernard words. He dared to be great. Those are Bernard Hopkins words. Before the fight. Now, after the fight, all of a sudden now, Ryan Garcia is being blamed for losing. Ryan Garcia's advisor is being blamed for quote unquote pushing to accept an insane rehydration clause. Interesting to me. Ryan Garcia is Golden Boy Promotions' biggest star, and we all know that. I got to do this because I like to show my face when I'm addressing people. Ryan Garcia is Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions' biggest star. They are not promoting no one else that will generate them the same amount of money or even more money than Ryan Garcia. Before Ryan Garcia fought Tank Davis, they was halfway promoting Ryan Garcia in the first place. I already made a reference about that on my channel in earlier publications. Y'all can go check that out.